First you'll need a few things. Somewhere around the cooler area you'll find a cleaning kit. Inside the cleaning kit is some PPE, a spare connector, an alcohol pad for cleaning, and some cleaning instructions. You'll also need a thermometer probe, which you can get from your kitchen if you don't have one like this, but a thermometer probe from the kitchen will be fine. Some scissors, some blue roll, and a cloth. The first thing you'll need to do is turn the gas bottle on. You'll see the needle rise up above the red part of the dial. This indicates that the gas bottle is full. These are different types of regs. If you see that the needle is pointing to the thick red area, that means the gas bottle is empty. You'll have to replace the gas bottle. Next thing to do is to turn the water on. This is an example of a regulator, a water regulator, and what this does is it connects the mains water all the way to the carbonator. So if it looks something similar to this, then that's your water reg. If it looks completely different, then give us a call and we'll try and help you over the phone. The next thing to do is switch on the cooler and the carbonator at the mains. On the carbonators there's a small red light. If this comes on, that probably means that the water feed hasn't been correctly switched on, and the carbonator will need to be reset. If this red light comes on, check the water feed and start the process again by switching on and off at the mains until the red light goes out. Your carbonator may be plugged into this small socket here. If it is, that means that the mains power is going from the cooler. So just switch the cooler off and it will do the same job. The red light above this should be on. That is your soda pump and pumps the soda around the system. If you hear a loud unpleasant noise coming from the cooler, it's more likely that there's air in the pump. If this is the case, this can be easily cleared by switching the red light off and on. So now that we've reset the carbonator and we've turned on the cooler and everything is getting ready to serve, we need to check the product that's connected. You'll see here that the best before date on this product is out of date. So we'll need to get that old product out of the line and flushed with new product ready to go. So now that we've found some product that's out of date, we need to get it out of the line. The way to do this is to disconnect it from the box and to put it into warm water. You may find, like in this case, the line is too short for the bucket. If that's the case, this is what to do. Find the line, go to the side of the racking and then feed it round the side where the pumps are. You'll see it comes fruit-free, and then you can have more length to put into the bottom of the bucket. In your cleaning kit you should have a connector like this. If you don't have a connector like this to hand, then we'll show you what to do in a few minutes. This connector connects to the pink connector and it should be placed in the water completely submersed. While they're both in the water, you must give the connector a clean, wash that and twist it so the pink connector is clean. You must also clean all the connectors whether or not the product is in date. If you didn't or couldn't find an opening connector, you can always remove this from the old box to help you with the flush. I'm now going to show you how to empty the system. Press the product button until the product runs clear. If you have a long run, this will take longer because there is a longer Python run and you'll have more product in the lines. You will have to repeat this for every gun to get the old product out of all the lines in the guns themselves. Keep pressing until the product runs completely clear, but also keep pressing until you fill a 13-litre bucket up. This will ensure that you get all the old soda out of the lines. You don't need to repeat this for each product that's in date, as the product in the lines that's in date is okay. but you do need to get the soda out of the lines. And you also need to repeat this for the still water. Now that you've done the product, the fizzy product that is out of date, if you have orange juice on your line, that will have to be flushed also. Again, as before, completely submerge the connector into the water, washing the connector and turning it to clean it, and then make sure the connector and the valve connector is completely in the water, ready to pull from the furthest gun in the bar. And pull the orange juice out until it runs clear. If you don't have orange juice on, go to the furthest gun in the bar when you are pulling the product through and press the still water button to get all the still water out of the system. If you do have orange juice, the still water and the orange juice will both come out at the same time. Ensure that you fill the bucket up to the brim. This particular bucket is a 13-litre bucket. You need to get at least 13 litres of still and soda water out of the system. Get the fresh product on the rack and connect it up to the lines. Make sure that you put the right product on the right line. You'll find that it's marked. Remember now that it's clear because you've got water in the lines. There should be a little tab on the line displaying the product. If for some reason the tab has come off or you can't find it, trace this back to the pump and there will be a product marker on the pump, on the top of the pump. Now repeat the process, go back to the furthest gun in the bar and pull the new product through. Again, it will go from clear liquid to the product colour that is you're pulling through. Depending on your run, this may take a long time, but please make sure that you do this from the furthest gun from the cellar. That way the product will fill all of the lines for all the other guns on its way. You will then just need to go to each gun, press the product and draw that up through the individual gun. So repeat the process for every gun until the product colour runs. Now that we've done the back of the house, we'll have to come and clean the front of house guns. You'll have to repeat this for all of the guns that you have installed. Firstly, take the nozzle off and put that in the warm water. Then submerge the whole gun head into the water. Take your brush and brush it around the diffuser head. Put the entire head into the water and brush around the buttons. And then rinse off. And repeat the process with the nozzle itself. Whilst you're at this stage, it would be a good idea to wash and dry the hose, as it probably has come sticky whilst it's not being used. So get a damp cloth with warm water and trying to get into all the crevices, bending the hose as you can to get you more access. If you have a small brush, when you do this, it will help. Okay, so now that you've washed the gun, dry it, dry around the buttons, dry around the hose, dry around the nozzle, and replace in the holster. You will need to repeat this for every gun that you have installed. Now that we've completed all the checks, we've flushed all the lines, we've put the new product on, and we've cleaned all the guns, we now need to pour a drink and check the temperature. So, get your Pepsi glass or your glass and pour a drink right to the top. The temperature should be below 5 degrees. Pour the first glass away and pour a second glass. Finally, give the drink a taste and you're good to go. Well done.